Hi, everybody. Hi, Facebook family, and hi, all of our Route for the Brave and Helping Hands for Freedom family. This is Darren Fishburne along with the team, Rod the Rocket Smith, David Roth, and Kevin Winton, a.k.a. W. And we are live from Lyman, Colorado. As promised, we're going to do a live feed. It is 12 noon here. Hopefully it's 2 o'clock where you're from, or 11. We've had an amazing amount of views, over 10,000 views last night of the Ask for Help. And this is the reason we decided to do this. Our very own genius, as I told you yesterday, Mike Bowman, he saw that the guys were getting a little down. They don't like to talk about it. You know, we have team meetings every night, so I'll talk about it. In over a week, our donations have been way down, almost to nothing, and we've gotten very little feedback. And so the guys were questioning if this walk was still working, if what they're doing is still working. 1,750 miles into this, that shouldn't be the questions going through their mind. It should be, keep going, guys. This is the right thing to do. Remember the signatures on the RV. Remember the stories of our Ghost Star killed in action. And so that's why we asked you to walk a mile in their shoes, so you understood what they're going through. We begged for your help. We called people out last night. Do not let these guys get down, because at the end of the day, they're walking for free. They've taken 4 to 5 months off their jobs, and they are doing their best. So that's why we decided to do this. We hope you have a great time walking with us. Please ask any questions. Jason will read them. The van will be following along, and the guys will be walking the 20 minutes live with you. But I want everybody to walk 1 mile. I know that we've already got people signed in from Scottsdale, Indianapolis, Shelbyville. I see someone here from Maryland. So thank you for all your sign-ins. But I'm going to turn it over to the guys, let them do the walking and the talking. I'm going to hop in the minivan, and I'm going to make sure that Jason and the film crew is safe, and we'll see you at the finish line.
Thank you. Hello, America. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. We're ready for questions.
Not a lot to talk about.
Anything you want to know?
We're trying to push on.
World history, geography,
not
how
get
the walk's
interrupted.
going.
You're right.
Nobody.
This says Ohio Buckeye Nation.
All right, Buckeye Nation. We got a lot of support there. Jimmy Duschel.
They got a football team in Buckeye Nation. They got a football team in Ohio State.
Yes, they do. They were very generous. Okay. Very generous.
One turning.
We're just walking.
This is what it's like. I don't know how these guys can do it. Unbelievable experience. All of a sudden, my left foot to my right foot, today to my groin, now my hamstring. This is what it's about right here. Just walking across America. We can go a little faster.
3 or 4 miles an hour, guys.
4.
That's good spacing right there.
1 mile an hour, right now.
I guess we got a lot of excitement on there.
Hey, Rod, question for you. How much harder has it been than you expected?
Unlike anything I could imagine. I never got past 15 miles the last 2 months of my training, and at that stage I just felt like it was going to be a gut check, not knowing what to expect, and times it by 10. It's brutal every day. The evenings, the ice tubs, the morning. It's a challenge like anything I've ever done. Yeah, that's one thing our team pointed out to me is like, Rocket, do you know what you just did? And it's like 26 miles is a marathon, and we're doing it every day. And these guys have done it for 65 days, and it's fascinating to wrap your head around it. And David Roth's famous for saying, it's just walking, but it's just walking all day and a long ways.
I'll just draw. We've enjoyed the first couple, 3 days here in Colorado. Rod joining us. Beautiful scenery. I'm sure it's going to change in about 2, 3, 4 days, but pretty flat, similar to Kansas at this point. It's going to shoot straight up here pretty soon, I'm pretty sure.
You wanted to mention the altitude.
Altitude right now, we've got a sign. I think it's right over there, actually. We checked the route out last night. It's 5,280 feet in Denver. Right here in Lyman, it's 5,446 feet. So I think the highest peaks we had in Maryland were about 3,800, 4,200 maybe. So we're already up pretty high.
And you can feel it with the air. I think you can.
What effect does the temperature have on you guys while you're walking? Right now it's pretty nice, but when it gets up close to 100 degrees, what's that do?
Close to 100, you mean like 105?
No, I mean, hot temperatures, we were fortunate enough to be shaded on what they call the Katy Trail. You just can't get as much energy into the walk. I mean, you're slowed down a little bit. Yesterday morning we started out really good, and that not heating up real quick is a heck of an advantage. And the other issue was when we got into the drier, higher altitude, we weren't always covered in sweat. Our shoes weren't foaming, our shorts weren't wet all day, and our shirt wasn't wet. The drier, higher climate seemed to suck that moisture just right out, and so we had to kind of be careful because we're still going through the same amount of hydration. So it's definitely a different climate. The sun seemed to get a little brighter. We had to put on more sunscreen, but you know, the changes in temperatures are daily. They're not just, okay, it's this week or that week. We just went from 105 to 60 in the morning yesterday. That's a heck of a change. So just got to tough it out, and hopefully you have the right gear. If you don't, suck it up.
Well, I emphasize the point about when it's cooler, not having enough hydration. You have to force yourself to drink, and I'm sure it's going to happen again when we get to mountains when it's a lot cooler. You don't feel thirsty when your shirt's not soaked.
Yeah, I see the gut check that goes on. David here has been strong as an ox since I got involved today. Has an entire sciatic nerve. Can't feel his leg, can't feel his feet. And, you know, we offered him a chance to, you know, sit down, let's go stretch, let's take some time, let's ice it. And, you know, he's just committed to this thing. And, you know, he may not be showing it. He's in a lot of pain today since, you know, we started at 5:30 this morning. And it's just fascinating what your mind can do on a trip like this. Because, you know, I'm 4 days in and every day is a gut check for me.
When there's nothing else around you, you're just walking out in the middle of nowhere. Any out of left field thoughts creep in your mind, or is it peaceful, or what's happening?
Who's asking that question first?
Mike Bowman.
Mike, since Laura, you can turn your sound down just for a second. Yeah, a lot of times we're guys. Hey, yeah, no thoughts sometimes. It's kind of nice. But if Jason can pan over there, that's the scenery we've had here in Colorado. It's just, you just kind of take that in. Then you'll get rid of those trees and you'll have massive open ranges. You may have 200-300 head of cattle out there spread over 2,000 acres of land. And they still can stop and stare at you. It's still creepy here all across the country.
Mike, your question is a good one. There's only one thought that creeps into my mind. Does anybody else get the vision of what we're doing? Does anyone else paying attention? Because we've kind of put everything on the line with our families and our friends and stepped away from our lives. So I think lately there's been a little bit of trepidation and fear since we crossed the Mississippi about, is this really going to work? So I appreciate it. But the not thinking, as busy as we've been in our own lives, the not thinking, Kevin's right on the head. But I got to say, there's a pink elephant in the room. Are we going to get the support we need to build this house of healing?
Well, for me, being new to the team and new to the walk, a lot has gone through my mind. Just, a reflection of your entire life. My athletic career, was it really important? When I started Future for Kids in 1991, my first charity that I got involved with, to where we're at now. And, you know, it's a fascinating experience. I was really struggling yesterday and ended up lagging about 300 yards behind these guys and was able to put my music on, and, you know, just that thought process about, you know, are we doing the right thing? Are we doing the things right? What can we do to make it better? How can we communicate better to the community to get involved with us? It's really an amazing factor to see all of this stuff come together, and it's been a great clarity for me.
Laura Williams says, super proud of you guys.
Well, thank you, Laura.
New question?
You want to say hi to Laura? She says she's super proud of you. Guys, I'm sorry, guys. Yes.
Oh. She said that before you talked about what you think about it.
Well, I'm not going to turn. My left foot is swollen. So no, the left foot is fine. It's not, you know, 2-3 inches bigger than the right foot. So everything's fine there. The feet situation you were asking about last night. Oh, so everything's going pretty well. Miss everybody, and we'll see you guys pretty soon.
Nick Schaus.
Not since yesterday.
Shout out to Nick. Stud Nick. Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
I think we've had 2 close calls with cars. Both of them when we're walking on the opposite side. We're walking on the with traffic here. We usually walk against it so we can see them, they can see us. But both times been fairly close. Has been somebody's trying to pass somebody and doesn't see us. It's been a couple days since that. Had a little rock I carried in my pocket. Came about, well, we'll say about 7 feet or 2 inches, one or the other, from hitting a neck. And we have this is kind of what we do all day. We got people just kind of pull up, ask what's going on. He's got to look at that Can-Am right there. So let me, Roddy, you take this. David.
Thank you.
So you're seeing what we do when people ask. We're giving them wristbands. We're promoting as we go along. You're kind of seeing that it's a marketing thing. So this isn't just a walk, and it's not a walk without sacrifice. So
I'll go to San Francisco. I don't mind.
all right.
Yeah, that's one thing that has been fun for me to be able to experience. They talk a lot about it at night, about all the people you meet, and literally the entire trip, since I've been involved, people pull off to the road, they wait for us. We've had people pass us and go up to the store, grab water and bring it back to us. Everybody's wondering what we're up to. Once they find out, they reach into their pocket, they give us some money. It's been really a cool experience to hear the stories. And, you know, the House of Healing is appropriate. You'd be surprised. So many of our service members just really struggling still to this day. So.
Michelle Caraballo asks, where has been the best sunrise?
Where's been a what?
Sunrise. The best sunrise.
That's a hard call. If you look on the Facebook page each day, it's incredible, especially all through Missouri, Kansas, Colorado. Been enough clouds that kind of just drop dead gorgeous.
Michelle, the best sunrise was for me was on April 28th when the sun came up over the ocean. We had our feet in the sand, and 3 years of planning and chaos came together. And I knew when the sun came up, and Mr. Matt Lawler, if you're listening, came down on the beach, total stranger with his whole family. So that was the best sunset for me because I knew it was the sign that we were going to make it.
We're going to start drawing names out of a hat and rolling a cube, get somebody to ask a good question, just like class.
What's it like walking with Staff Sergeant Patrick Shannon?
Who's asking the question?
Left, right, left.
He yells a lot of cadence.
Well, Patrick, what's it like walking with Patrick Shannon? Patrick is an angry little elf sometimes, and when he's on, he's getting all his demons out. And when he puts in his cadence or his headphones, he gone. We let Patrick do what he wants to do, but
Pace is a little bit quicker sometimes with Patrick.
Patrick is the energy that we needed when we needed it, and we look forward to seeing him in Denver.
So
Guys, we've been experiencing this right here all across America. So it's just been incredible.
As I told these guys, even the cows when we walk on the street, come and look at us funny, like, what are you guys up to?
The llama walked with us yesterday.
The llama walked with us for about half a mile with us.
We had two pheasants squawking at us, making sure we stayed away from the nest a couple days ago. Big giant hawk today. Deer and antelope here the last couple days. A lot of fox the last few days.
Well, I
too.
sure hope none of my department is seeing me break all these traffic violations. So,
we're following all the rules of Colorado, so we're okay.
Yeah, I'm in a different state.
Different state. It's all legal here. Apparently, they have other things legal in Colorado. I didn't know.
Oh,
for impacted you the most so far?
Trying to get through traffic lights before we get run over.
Having people that are driving vans that don't walk with us, I mean, that's impacted me quite a bit. No, just joking.
Can you repeat the question since you're about a half a mile away there?
What has impacted you the most so far?
Oh, that's easy. Just listen to the stories.
Get your mic up.
Just listen to the stories of the Gold Star families and guys talking about losing buddies overseas, going back as far as Vietnam, early Vietnam, and a couple talked about losing their son. He was 25 years in the service, had 6 weeks left before he retired. Mother's son was 23 days from being discharged with an honorable discharge. A guy there in Richmond, Centerville, Indiana area that holding a 19-year-old soldier in his arms when he died. Easy question.
I'm not in a good position to say what's impacted me the most today. I'm just trying to get through the day. So I don't think we're ready to answer that yet. But the love and support and the lack of division, every night I go to the tube or watch TV, I've not had one day of division from any of the people, thousands of people that we met, from Wheeling Central Catholic, Baltimore City School District, the businesses. This is a much greater nation. I thought it was a great nation, but a much greater nation than I thought it was. And so I'll be short, just having a tough day.
And for me, I think in this short time to actually physically be out here, it's more of the sacrifice of this team. From Jason, from Darren, from Joel, to AJ, to these two guys, a sacrifice to do something bigger than yourself. That's kind of been a place I've been most of my life in the nonprofit space, but it's a whole new meaning being with these guys and seeing the sacrifices. Yeah, Darren's mentioning to me up there something that's really important is, part of the money we raise and what we're doing, we just fulfilled on this trip our Dream Chaser program. When every soldier gets ready to go over to war, he's always saying, when I get back to his son or to his daughter, this is what we're going to do together. We were able to get a young man able to throw out the first pitch at Wrigley Field. The Arizona Diamondbacks let the Munoz family be recognized, and the young man was able to get out there and throw the first pitch. Dad had said that they would go to the games together. The whole thing, every day it's amazing. I look no farther than our co-founder, Staff Sergeant Patrick Shannon, and the things he's done with his life and the people he's introduced me to and the commitment he's made to supporting the families left behind. It's just the sacrifice all around, not only by everybody here, but everybody who contributes, everybody who believes in our cause. What a wonderful team to be a part of.
Any really bad experiences while walking? Tina.
Well, sure, when your sciatic nerve shuts down, probably about the only real bad experience. I think the bad experiences that are now good have been walking straight uphill for 4 days over the options. You can train, but when you first experience the cold weather, wet, 18 of 21 days being in the rain, you think it's bad then, but it turns out to be good. We're really not a lot of bad ones. We get just what we need from people along the way, and the generosity that we've been shared along the way has just been absolutely amazing. I say that in the same vein, but you're still terrified that you're not going to raise the money for the House of Healing. And but I don't think we've had a lot of bad days. Had some pretty good moments.
Well, even the weather today started to sprinkle right before this, but that's it. So 18 out of the first 21 days were rain, but only one day where it poured. It just nice little shower to keep it cool.
Mike Coleman is asking, what has been the best surface to walk on?
Well, it sure wasn't Illinois.
Ohio was a no. Illinois a no.
Okay. Well, we're going to wrap things up, but I would say Illinois, no offense to Illinois, but was the worst road to walk on. But we want to wrap things up. Guys, we've gone across this country. We want you to share with everyone you know and everyone that cares what a Gold Star Award is. The Gold Star Award is that award given by the military, given to those soldiers, families who cannot receive it. And so it can go to a mother, it can go to a wife, Erica, we love you very much, or it can go to the children. And that's shared sacrifice across this country. Let me tell you how big it is. It's in every single community that we've gone through. I wear Frosty's, his mother gave this to me, wear Frosty's dog tag. And meeting these families, the sacrifice is more enormous than I ever thought. So Gold Star, please educate, look it up. That's the sacrifice that may give us the ability to walk across the country.
All right, everybody. Let's do it. Let's save the 22. Some mini statistics show that 22 veterans a day are committing suicide because of PTSD. We want to make a difference. Go to routeforthebrave.org. Make your donation. Adopt a soldier for $22. Help us. Yeah, well, just asking one time. One donation of $22. You get entered into a drawing to win the van that we're filming behind right now. But more so than anything, you'll be a part of a bigger cause than yourselves. Adopt a soldier for $22. Routeforthebrave.org.
Dellin Automotive, thank you for your generous donation that people are going to have a chance to win this van. And W, wrap it up.
America, have a great 4th of July.